Welcome. How y'all doing today? So, those of y'all that don't know, and well, obviously first viewers, first ones to see this. My name is Elijah Hernandez. I am from San Antonio, Texas. 22 years old. I've been born and raised here my whole life. Um, Pretty much starting up a YouTube channel. We're gonna be motivational, inspirational. We're gonna be life. We're gonna be positivity. I'm gonna pretty much just make everybody become their best selves, become the higher ups, just all in all, learn how to conquer life, learn how to get over things, learn how to carry your cross that, God puts on you and makes you carry every day in order to make you stronger, in order to make you tougher, in order to make you who you are supposed to be. Um, there's gonna be a lot of parts. We're gonna, one podcast. This is a podcast. I'm sorry, guys. This is a podcast. I don't know why I didn't say that, but it's a podcast. Pretty much, this is gonna be a podcast channel. We're gonna talk about certain subjects every day, or however often I decide to upload videos and talk about things. I'm gonna try and mostly do during the week. Even on the weekends if I got time for it. But yeah, I'm just here right now, down the street from my apartment. We're looking at Hobby Lobby right here. I'm in my Mustang, 2007 Mustang GT. This is my second car. Previously had a 2013 Camaro. Pretty much totaled that thing out, flooded it in some water because it was so low to the ground, and I got stuck on a very, very rainy day here in San Antonio, which is very uncommon, but it happened. So, hey, it is what it is. Move on. So pretty much this podcast, like I said, I already went over that. It's going to be what it is. And we're going to just continue to, I'm going to try and gain as much audience as I can. This is me just starting out. This is me just trying to get into something that I've never done before, for one. Another thing is getting in front of a camera and just talking to it. I'm solo dolo in this car. I'm alone right now. So doing that is even another thing, and I'm just trying to step out my comfort zone. This is honestly I've been procrastinating. This is about the third day I said I was gonna do this. Today is Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Okay, so it's been 2 days, I guess. I said I was gonna do it Saturday night, Sunday. I don't know, 3. And then Monday, and actually Tuesdays, I actually did it. I went to the store earlier today. I bought myself a little tripod, set it up in the car. So here we are. Just pretty much. Today's gonna be about life, I guess. Life is always gonna have its issues, its problems. Life is always gonna come with you at something that you are not gonna like, and that's just something that life is. That's just how it's gonna be. Life is not going to be easy, but every day that you wake up, you must kick it in the fucking ass. You wake up, boom, set your fucking attitude. By the way, it's what I'm saying, we're gonna get very crucial. We're gonna have a little bit of rated R language. It's just what it is. It's raw. It's the truth. That's how I'm gonna be. That's how I am. If I'm feeling this way, I'm gonna feel this way. So life is gonna kick you in the ass. You gotta wake up every morning and fucking just conquer it. It's something that we all go through on a daily basis. To even get up out of the bed every morning is a blessing. It's a blessing. You should not complain. And trust me, I ain't perfect. I am not perfect, but I get up every morning and I pray to God. I make my bed. Shout out to who you are for making me do that. Just I get up. I get up. I do what I need to do. It's hard. It's tough. I got my battles too, and I go through my stuff, but I go through it. I could go damn well sit in the apartment and cry. And I'm not gonna lie. Done it before. I've cried. We all got emotions. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to have our feelings. We're human. We are humanoids. We got brains. We got emotions. We got feelings that all need to be let out. The more you hold it in, the more anger, the more pain you will have. It's fine to let it out. It's okay to let it out. That's what life is. You gotta let things be known. Be real with yourself. Be truthful to yourself. You can't sit around and hide your pain and mask it off, walking around with a fake smile every day. Because in the end, somebody's gonna catch you, and then boom, that person that you decide to tell everything to or whatever have you is gonna break it down, and see you break down, and then boom, it's just all laid out onto that person. And once it's laid out onto that person, they get all the weight put on them. So once that happens, you just affected another person. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. If they're willing to take, to carry the burden, that's fine. That's on them. But at the end of the day, you're always going to have yourself. That's pretty much what it is. You're going to be by yourself. You're going to have yourself. You got to get up. You're the one that wakes yourself up. I'll put it like that. You wake yourself up in the morning. You get woken up by yourself. I mean, of course, if you go into detail, they'll be, I have my girlfriend, I have my boyfriend that'll, wake me up, or, whatever. But your body wakes up by itself. So that means you are by yourself in the morning. That means you are alone. Now you get up, you do what you need to do in order to, take on the day. Get up, eat your breakfast, wash your face, do your hair, brush your teeth, put your deodorant on with your smelly self. Then you start your day. Once you leave that house, you gotta have that positive mindset that nothing is gonna take you down because you woke up. That's enough. That's enough for anybody to smile, for anybody to have a positive attitude. As soon as you walk out your home door, you gotta have the best attitude you gotta have. Because as soon as you go to work, as soon as you go to school, as soon as you go wherever you're gonna go for the day, your attitude will affect the people around you. So the people around you do not want to be, have negative energy around them. That ain't it. That will not be it. There's people, nowadays in society, people are getting so self-aware that their energy is so much more important than somebody else's. So they will pretty much cut ties or cut you off for the day or however long in order to have their positive energy, because you're being negative to them. And that just doesn't make sense to them, because that's their positive energy being interrupted by some negativity. That's why they say leave your house problems at the home. Leave your home problems at home. Don't take them to work. Don't take them to school. Don't do any of that. Because the second you do that, you're dragging everybody else in the same room with you. And you don't want that. Because if you continue to do that, day after day after day, then eventually it's just going to become a huge problem with, oh, this dude's a negative person. Don't hang around him. He's always negative. You want to hang around positivity. That way you can be positive with yourself. But it all starts with yourself at the same time. You gotta feed your mind the positivity with this life thing, because if you're not, then you're just gonna be floating around, not knowing what to do. Your emotions fluctuating every day. What am I gonna be? Negative, positive, negative, positive. Being positive as life is always gonna have you. It was always gonna make you win, and we're winners in this game. We're always gonna win. That's how we do it. We're on that alpha mentality where we're building ourselves up to become the best person we can be, the best us, the best you. That's what this is about. That's how we're going to do it here, okay? I don't want to hear any positivity, or any negativity. Negativity won't be allowed in this room, Whether you're watching it alone, whether you're watching it with your friends or sisters, brothers, mom, dad, it doesn't matter. Everybody who is listening to this must, I know it's hard to keep a positive mindset, but they must keep a positive mindset at least more than 50% out of 100. Because if you don't, then there's no point in you being here. Because you're just watching it without wanting to be positive within, or add positivity to your life after this video. So you really got to think to yourself, how am I going to be positive? How am I going to take on life? And at the end of the day, there is no right answer other than taking it on. Just accepting things for what it is. my main thing, what I do, what I love to do is I keep it real with myself no matter what. No matter who it is, no matter who I'm around, I'm going to keep it true to myself. I'm going to do what I want to do, regardless of the outcome. Of course, I think of the outcomes. Always think of the outcomes. You have to. Because your actions at the end of the day, whatever you decide to do, will lead to how you're going to your life is going to add up. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Every action has a reaction, good or bad. No matter what you do, no matter what you choose. Oh, I don't want to eat right now. And then what happens if you don't eat, 8 hours from now? Oh, you should have ate earlier because you didn't expect not to eat for 8 hours. You made that choice not to eat. So now that you didn't eat, you're hungry and, you haven't ate for 8 hours, so you're starving. Or, oh, I'm going to go out and party with my friends because, I'm just trying to live it up. But I got work at 6 a.m. So your choice to go get fucked up or go, drink or smoke or whatever have you led you to slack and, be tired at work the next day. You know what I'm saying? That's already adding negativity to your life because, you're tired. When you're positive, you got to have all the energy in the world. You can't be tired. Tiredness is negativity, and negativity is tiredness. You have to make your choices according to how you want to live your life. Life isn't easy, and life will never be easy. It's a matter of how you're gonna, how are you gonna take it on? And it starts with the decisions, starts with your choices, starts with your actions. That's just what it is. Now I'm taking my actions into my own hands at this point. I've done everything I can, and to do the best I can, and I've kept it real with myself. So at the end of the day, that is me being as happy as I can be. Putting true happiness into my heart, true happiness into my soul, because I've made the choices to keep it real with myself and not hold anything back. With anything, it can go from materialistic things to people. I want to buy this. Why am I gonna buy it? Because it makes me happy. Like this car, 2007 Mustang GT. It's a 5-speed standard, rear wheel drive V8. Sure, it's old, but honestly, I prefer older cars because of the fact that they do not have, nowadays, technology is just so out of whack. It is crazy. So out of whack. So many wiring, so many computers, so many this and that. Give me a motor, steering wheel, shifter. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need. Gas pedal and brake. But like I said, all your actions are gonna, lead you to where you need to be, or where you want to be, or where you shouldn't be. And like I said, I made the choice to buy this car because it makes me happy. Happiness is the key to your choices. That's why, like I said, I got this car. My previous car was a 2013 Camaro. Now, of course, I was just getting into the car game. I didn't know much. I was about, I want to say, a junior in high school. And I made the choice to look at cars. I was looking at older ones, way older ones, because I knew what I could afford, and it was nothing, brand new, which was fine. Didn't have a problem with that. So I wanted a, rear wheel drive. I don't know why I have a hard time saying that. Rear wheel drive V8 standard car. So of course, more than likely it was a muscle car. Would be a muscle car. I ended up with a V6 Camaro automatic. Perfectly fine. Honestly, I loved the car. That thing held it down for 4 or 5 years. Maintenance, all I did is oil changes. That's probably pretty bad, But considering the car and what it was, Chevy, they're decent. They held it down, like I said, for 4 to 5 years. My first car in high school. After that, I started to. Sorry, I got a scratch on my leg. After that, I decided, okay, cool. I finally got a cool car. Then I started, I did, make some mistakes, poor choices. I made the choices. I ended up going to get some food after work one day. I used to work at Sea Island. Went to get some food. After that, I saw this diesel truck on the left side of me at a light, and it was already late, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. It was late. Nobody was out, and who was happened to be next to me. My windows were down. Why I didn't raise them up, I don't know. But diesel truck on the side of me. He starts to go. I'm driving, and for some reason, me overthinking. I was like, this dude's just gonna spray, all of his diesel smoke all over my car, all over me, because my window's down. And simple as that, I could have just raised the window up, but I thought I was badass or whatever, and I decided to take the corner really hard. And I can't remember if it was, drizzling, or it might have been, but I ended up losing control. So we're going under the bridge, and I end up bending, I end up on the curb. Boom, 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 boom. Both wheels bent. Tires were good. Air was still in there, but both wheels bent. I had to pretty much turn around, ruin my whole night. I cried because I was like, wow, that's my baby, and I just totally wrecked it. Doing some dumb stuff when I could have just went to go get some food instead of, and raised my window up. It was as simple as raising my window up. That was just one of the things that I kind of like woke me up like, wow, it also sparked my interest in the drift game too, drifting cars. It did spark my interest in that, and that is, to this day I'm still interested in that, and I actually have another car in the shop still, being built for that purpose. But anyways, that action of, just not raising my window up and being, whatever I wanted to be for the time being, and drifting and losing control led me to hit the curb, bend my wheels, and forced me to buy new rims. Forced me to buy new rims because obviously the ones I had on were bent after the accident. So that happens, and even though it wasn't the best decision to, obviously try to drift that corner, it led me into where the cars eventually became a part of my happiness. I love cars. They're beautiful. They're awesome. They're mint. Then later on, I start down the line. I start working more and more and more, getting more money. Eventually paid off my parents. With the debt I owed them because of the car. So I paid them off. Ended up getting new wheels. Then I was like, oh, okay, I can, I started learning how to rap. Boom. Started rapping my car. After that, suspension. Lowered the car. After that, it wasn't low enough for me. So then, that's where it led me to just slamming the car. The Camaro was on the ground. I promise you, you could barely fit your foot underneath it. That's how low it was. And it was pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it like that. I was able to drive it the way it was, safely around the city for a good 3 years, I would say, of owning the car after I lowered it. And that was my happiness. Boom. The actions that I take will always lead me to my happiness. That's just how life goes, and that's how it should be for y'all as well. Of course, you want to make your smart decisions. That's part of the game too. You gotta think both ways. Is this gonna be positive, or is this gonna be a negative way? And so even though the Camaro led me to happiness, slamming it, putting on nice wheels, and wrapping the whole car, making it badass, neck turner every time we went down the road, it led the car to die on me. Why I say it died on me was my fault. It happened to be raining, and this just happened about last year, 2021. It died on. I was going down the road, 1604 highway, 2-lane highway, getting off the exit. It was right after the gym. Right after the gym, I was with my boy Mike, and I